MMA Boxing Talk here. This is a post-fight video for McGregor versus Cerrone. Took place on Saturday. Only took McGregor 40 seconds to dispatch of Donald Cerrone. Very, very impressive. Everyone thought McGregor was going to win. Most people thought McGregor was going to win. He was a 3-1 favorite. I had him winning in round 2 by TKO or possibly a first round stoppage. But no one expected a 40-second total domination, 19 significant strikes to 0. Conor threw 20 strikes, landed 19 of them. That's impressive, Nobody's beat Cerrone that quick. I know Cerrone's coming off a couple losses by stoppage, but that was at 155, and he is more durable at 170, but it didn't matter because McGregor, he's got that killer instinct. He's the fastest off the block, and we knew Cerrone's not the quickest starter. Now, people, so many fans, not so many, but there's fans that think it's fixed, thought it was staged. There's a lot of hate when it comes to McGregor, a lot of delusional fans that just don't want to accept that he is a very good fighter and he's a very dangerous fighter. Now, Cerrone's lost like that before, folded like a cheap suit. You just got to watch the rematch with Rafael dos Anjos. It was a title fight. I think it only lasted about 66 seconds, so not that much longer. Cerrone might have landed a couple strikes, but he folded very quickly due to that pressure. So it's not the first time that Cerrone's folded like that under the pressure, but hats off to McGregor. What an amazing finish, The shoulder strikes, definitely, he landed 4 of them. They definitely caused a lot of damage. Broke Cerrone's nose. It was already busted up as soon as they, got out of the clinch. And then McGregor blocks a head kick, lands one of his own. That wobbles Cerrone. And then McGregor's ground and pound is so clinical. Some guys, they exert themselves and they go for the finish and they get wild, they get sloppy. McGregor's just so clinical. Boom, boom, boom. Got him out of there. Herb Dean gave Cerrone more than enough time to, try to get out of it, but that was not going to happen. So, great win for McGregor. What's next? That's the big question. McGregor has so many options. It's very interesting, I'm extremely interested just to see who he fights next, when they officially announce it. I personally think it's going to be Jorge Masvidal. Now, McGregor wants, he wants Khabib, he wants Masvidal, he wants possibly a Nate Diaz trilogy. He's mentioned Gaethje, he's mentioned Usman. A lot of options, like I said. Dana wants the Khabib rematch. But here's the thing. Khabib has the toughest fight in his life ahead of him in April against Tony El Cucuy Ferguson. Both these guys are the 2 best lightweights in the world. They've wiped out the division together. Tony's on a 12-fight win streak. Khabib's undefeated. Now, whoever wins, if Khabib wins or if Tony wins, that winner won't be ready to fight in a quick turnaround. It's going to be a war. They're going to need time to physically and mentally recover because that is going to be a dog fight and neither guy's going to come out of that unscathed. So there's that. And so I believe that the winner of that won't be ready to fight till the fall or end of 2020. In the meantime, I don't see McGregor just waiting to the end of the year. He just got it was only in a 40-second fight, didn't take one hit, didn't take one shot. He's going to be ready to go by March or maybe April. Could be May or June. Somewhere in there, he's going to fight. And Kamaru Usman, a lot of people are saying Usman's going to fight Masvidal. Usman had a cast on. He's injured, so he won't be ready to go by March or April. He'll be just starting to look for an opponent. He's going to want to start his camp, around April, May, June. So he's not going to be ready to fight that early. And you know how, usually the champions, he fought twice in this year. He just fought Usman, and it was a tough fight against Covington, and that was a war. So, he might not be ready to go right away. Who knows if Khabib's going to even win, and if he does, like I said, he's going to have some damage. He's going to need time to recover, plus he has Ramadan, so he won't be ready to the fall. Masvidal, Also, you know, the fight with Usman isn't ready to go yet. So I think that's the fight to make. It's a huge money fight for one. You know, it's going to bring in a lot of eyeballs. Masvidal had an amazing year in 2019, became a mainstream star in MMA. So that's the fight to make. And it's a more winnable fight for Conor compared to the Khabib fight, in my opinion. So there's that. It's going to be more of a striking battle. You know, I know Masvidal sometimes will use takedowns, but he's primarily a striker. That fight would be at 170. That's a really good fight. That's the one I think's going to happen. Probably in June, but it could be July, International Fight Week. I could see that as well. That would be really huge. McGregor, Masvidal, July, first week of July, International Fight Week. That would be huge. I think that's the fight. Now, there's, like I said, there's always the Diaz trilogy. That's always going to be there, you know. It's funny because years ago, after they had fought twice, I remember thinking, you know, that trilogy will always be interesting. Even if each guy go on to lose, which both guys have, that the trilogy is still interesting. And it is. I don't know when that will happen. I don't know if that's going to happen next. I think it's the Masvidal one that's going to happen next. But also Justin Gaethje, I listened to an interview with Conor's coach, and he wants to see the Gaethje fight next at 170. Not sure exactly why he wants it at 170. Gaethje's a 155er, but that's what Conor's coach was interested in. Now let me know what you guys think, who you want to see Conor fight, who you think Conor will fight next. I just think the way it's lining up with, you know, Khabib and Tony, they won't be ready to go till the fall. Usman's injured. Masvidal's the guy. He's fresh. He's ready. He wants to fight in March, April. But it could be, like I said, in the summer as well. But it'll definitely be, I definitely see Conor fighting before, by summertime the latest, and also at the end of the year, because he wants to get in 3 fights this year. So I think he will do that. Let me know what you guys think. That's it for this one. Stay tuned. I'll be making prediction videos for this weekend's fights. You got a great Bellator card and also a UFC fight night. So that's it for this one. If you like the video, subscribe and like the video. Peace.